What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor, and as you could probably tell yesterday, there wasn't really any uploads. The reason there wasn't was because yesterday I was at the Great Lakes Meteorological Conference, or GLMC for short, and I was there. It was an all-day thing. The GLMC started around 8:30, and we didn't get done until about 7:30. And then after that, I hung out with a few of my friends, talked about GLMC, and didn't really do too much. I was pretty tired afterward. It was a long day. So I wanted to make this video and kind of talk about my experience because it was really exciting. That whole day was absolutely exciting. I even got to meet the lead forecaster of the Storm Prediction Center, Jared Geyer. We'll get to that in a little bit, but yeah, I got there with my friend Ethan WX at 8:30. So we went there, and yeah, already they had some like breakfast and everything like that. We had a quick breakfast, and then we went to our first talk, which was on pyrocumulonimbus clouds from fires, which I thought was pretty cool. And then we had another presentation of how to basically get connections and use those connections to help yourself in the meteorology field, and he was explaining how he was doing it. And then we had a short break afterward, and then we had two more talks. The first talk was basically about how a meteorologist was basically using the skills he learned in NASA. And then the second talk was basically talking about how the climate change and snowfall and all that, and how the amount of snow days or snow of greater than 1 inch is decreasing across much of the United States. However, the amount of snow isn't nearly decreasing or about remaining the same. And I'm not going to get too into that, but what I can say is that from what I have seen, it looks like we're getting less consistent, smaller events, and more. So here's a quick analogy: instead of every day getting 1 inch of snow for 85 days, for example, we're getting we're getting for every 3 days 3 inches of snow for that whole winter right there. That's pretty much what we've been looking at right there. That's the furthest I'm going to go into it with that. So in short, it's just making the snowfall more extreme. But anyway, after that, we had lunch, and then we had a case study. We were given a case of a certain tornado, and the guy who was running it, his name's Eric. Absolutely love him. He likes to pick very obscure cases. I've done a case study with him before, and we did a case in our group. We thought the best chance was in Kirksville, Missouri, but no, it was the Cocotoa. I'm not sure what the name of the town is, but this was in Indiana in 2016. EF3 absolutely demolished a Starbucks. It completely caught everyone, including myself, off guard. So that was a good talk right there. Then after that, we had a couple more talks. Then we took a break that lasted about an hour. Got to see some posters and some interesting presentations. And then after that, we had a couple more talks. One of which was kind of like had the message of do whatever you feel is comfortable, chase your dreams, don't let anything stop you, and kind of was a bit uplifting right there. I really appreciated that. And then after that, we had some breakout sessions, and basically my breakout session was like, what do you want to do with the rest of your life in meteorology and all that, and kind of we were going over that, which I thought was a pretty interesting concept with that. And then after that, we had dinner, and I got to meet Jared Geyer, and we sat down. We had a really nice conversation about a lot of things. I was asking him about the insides of the SPC, since he's the lead forecaster, and I was also asking him the thinking behind a few of the recent weather events that happened. I actually, as a matter of fact, was able to talk to him about what happened on March 24th, 2023, about why they dropped the moderate to an enhanced risk. And because so many people gave him flack for that, I asked him what the thinking behind it was, and what he would have done if he did it differently. He basically told me something that I really didn't consider until yesterday. he told me that there was a lot of internal division in the SPC on whether this was a moderate risk or enhanced risk. Even the days coming up to this, there was a lot of internal division in between this because they want to stay consistent, but they don't want to come out as absolutely alarmist or anything like that. But basically, he told me that that wasn't the SPC's best moment, and if he had done it differently, he would have kept the moderate but made it smaller, similar to my position. So talking to him, it felt really nice getting that closure because number one, I wasn't anticipating the amount of division in the SPC. In fact, there were a lot of people that were just like there was a lot of internal strife because of this call right there, and right when that was, they dropped it from a moderate to an enhanced at the SPC, we had the rolling fork tornado happen, and I talked to Jared about it. So did Ethan. So did Matt as well. And yeah, just it was a crazy experience all around. We also asked him about map analysis and all that crap right there. And it was just a great talk right there. And then after dinner, he actually was the keynote speaker, and he was talking about the SPC, his background, the SPC, and how they started, and what he does with all that, and the kind of parameters they do. The 11 hours I was at GLMC, that last hour he was up there was absolutely just that, like, kind of took everything right there. Like, let's say the other 10 hours were like over here. The 1 hour's over here. The 1 hour was worth a lot more than those 10 hours combined, in my opinion, because now I have insight into the SPC. I have a direct contact with Jared Geyer, which is absolutely crazy. And yeah, a lot of my friends absolutely loved it, and they were talking with him, getting photos with him. I actually got a photo with him. It was absolutely crazy. So yeah, afterward, we went back to my place. We all talked about GLMC, had a great time doing that, and that pretty much sums up my experience right there. So yeah, I wish I could have recorded it for you guys. Fortunately, there wasn't that much to film, but I hope you guys do understand. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and hearing my experience at this rather once-in-a-lifetime situation right here. If you're ever invited to a meteorology conference, if you can, take the opportunity, because you're going to learn a lot from it, number one. And number two, you can build connections that'll help further your career right there. So I just wanted to go ahead and make that statement right here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day, guys. Stay safe.